morning. I've just arrived at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, and I'm opening the show speaking with Horacio Bozzo, naval architect and designer, and Fernando Nicholson of Camper & Nicholson. Gentlemen, how are you?
Very well. Good morning to
Thanks
you.
for taking this impromptu interview here on the move. You guys are busy. It's busy.
Yeah,
10 a.m. on
exactly.
Thursday.
First day of the show, you're already busy, so that's a good thing.
Great. So I'd like to start by talking about Forever One, the Yacht, and about the design, build, and launch process, please.
Right. Okay. Do you want to start, Fernando? Or you want me to?
Well, when we started Forever One, it was an idea that I had, and I wanted to do something totally different. And I look around on my friends, on the designers that I knew, and I was looking at a guy who was a little bit more complete, or more than a designer, someone whose his ideas were able to put in paper and they were able to work. And Horacio was my very good friend. One day we had a glass of wine, a good dinner in Viareggio, and we started dreaming about it, and it's what became reality.
Why do I think a lot of stories start that way? Wine,
Viareggio. And the owner, that is a very close friend of mine, I will say one of my best friends, I invite him to see what I was trying to put in paper with Horacio. Took us about 8 months, no?
Yeah.
And when he saw it, he said, "That is my boat." But the problem, I had the boat sold to someone else. Then I said, "What I do?" You remember that?
Yes.
And then, the guy, like Bruce, who was really my very close friend, I pushed the boat more with him. We changed a few things inside, and it was really what he was dreaming for many years, because I knew him so well, and I've been cruising so many years with him, that I knew what I wanted, what we wanted, you know.
Right.
And Horacio was able to put it in paper, brings a lot of his new ideas and working dreams of mine down to paper, you know, and we did very well.
You visualized and materialized the dream, correct?
Exactly. And it was very interesting because, as Fernando says, the owner is a very experienced owner. So he spent many years. Fernando knows that probably he owns 6 boats before Forever One. So he knew he was making a big step going into a fully custom yacht, but he has very clear ideas on what he wants. And the most important thing that when you look at the boat, you see a very strong personality, because he wanted something different. He said, you know, I see so many yachts, but no one really fulfills my desires. So I want, you know, something that represents me. And well, we work a lot, as Fernando says, and the beautiful thing is that after we launched, after he spent 1 month cruising the yacht, he called me and he says, "Horacio, this is exactly what I meant when we met 3 years ago."
Right.
And that's fantastic for a designer.
Totally.
Well, for those who haven't had the privilege of seeing her, she is quite stunning, but she's not your typical super yacht, correct? She has a vertical bow, she's white with a bright red stripe. Do you want to tell us a little bit about these specific details?
Of course, there is a story behind the red. Many people ask, you know, why red? And the owner has 2 big passions. One is Ferrari, and because of his work, he's related with Coca-Cola. So red is his color, you know?
Right.
So there are the things you can see about this are the strips on the boat, but there are many other details as you go on board, as the white from Coca-Cola and the stem platform made in teak, and the jacuzzi on top with some mosaic, reflecting also his love for
the logos of the Coca-Cola logos and all that.
Sure.
And as well, something that we brought, because, you know, a part of not being the same classical yacht and you see in the layout is we brought the boat like an idea of having an extension of his houses into the sea. Things that is not the classical owner that he goes from Cannes to Saint-Tropez, show off his boat. He's not into that game. He's more living, the quality of living of that boat inside.
It seems to be the trend these days. Yeah.
Exactly.
Extension of your living room.
It's bringing you know, you need to bring a mirror from normal day living and comfort to the sea.
Yeah.
And it's what we've been doing for the last 3 years, you know, and with him we really nail it, you know. The dining room, I spent nearly about a month on the boat now, and really, I can tell you the living standards are really high. The noise level is really low, there's no vibration, the speed is there. The dining room is the bow is fantastic. Even in rough weather, we hit 16 knots and the boat it was flat as a pancake. And the salon, the openings, the everything on the boat is fantastic.
What would you say the interior design theme is? Modern, casual,
no, the interior
elegant?
design is Bahamas. I would say Bermuda, Bahamas, Nantucket, white,
exactly.
very, nothing glossy. It's really fantastic.
I bet.
When you get inside the boat, it's like being really
beach.
the beach.
Like a
Exactly.
beach house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the feeling of the style of the interior and also the layout, it's really relaxing. No, not really formal dinings. You always know you feel like you want to relax, enjoy, and the key word is fun. He wants to have fun on the boat. He doesn't care. It's not for a business.
Does she have a beach club and a lot of toys?
It's a fantastic beach club.
Fantastic
Yes,
beach
it is.
club.
Yeah. You have some quite new ideas there, and work very good.
How big is she exactly?
She's 54 meters.
54
But
meters.
the beam is 11.1 meters. So when you tour the yacht, she's wide. You think you're in a 60 plus.
She's 1,070 tons inside of
GT.
Okay.
The flying bridge is huge. It's really, but you know, with little places where you can lie down, have a conversation, make it cozy, even
Right.
though it's big.
Like you said, an extension of home.
And the tenders are fantastic. We have a Riva. Well, we wanted to have the Aston Martin on the water, and he has a Riva Iseo 28. Then he loves to put it down, you know, like pull it out the beautiful car of your garage.
Right.
And we have a fantastic Novorania 24 feet that is really great. And we have another tender, fruit tender. We have every single toy you want.
Sounds spectacular.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a fun boat. It's a very high quality of living on that boat. It's not luxury. Maybe it doesn't flash or doesn't shine as many of the boats around,
Right.
but the philosophy is fantastic.
So we touched on the design process, the wine, Via Reggio, the sketch, the yard. What about the build? How long did the build take, and then when did she actually launch?
The build took 2 years and a half, and we launched
2 years and a half, not 2 weeks.
2 years. Was that 2
2
years?
weeks and a
2
half.
weeks and a half. No, would be
I'm
fantastic.
gonna break this news.
That would be too much wine. No, took
Maybe
2
not
years.
that seaworthy.
2 years and a half, and the boat was launched at the end of June. It was launched in a traditional way, you know, so it was super emotional, fantastic boat, right away trimmed perfectly. So yeah, it was
And
everything.
the first
around
cruise we
Christmas.
did it in September 15th. We went for the first cruise all around Croatia, and it was great.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I mean, Fernando, obviously your last name, Nicholson, speaks for itself. We're here at the Camper & Nicholson tent at the show. Is there anything you want to tell us in closing about the history of Camper & Nicholson?
The history, we've been now for 200 and some years, 230 years, something like that.
What's your secret to success?
To don't flash too much, you know, to work hard, work very hard, have a lot of knowledge, and been there for our clients. It's been like that forever, you know, and we've been successful, and really we have clients for many years with us. We passed through a bad period in the last years or so, but now we were sold in the month of June or July, if I remember well. And the new group is a fantastic new group with a lot of punch, and really we are already up there, you know, and I see a very bright future for campers.
Great.
I love it.
Knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, knowledge is power. And we have that knowledge, you know.
And history.
And history and everything.
Experience.
Good design.
Yeah.
What else?
Well,
we
thanks,
want to
gentlemen.
change things.
Nice to see you.
Nice
I
to see you.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.